I started it as a solo thing when I was 19. It was much more like a Mac DeMarco-y kind of sleazy jazz punk sort of thing, and then it's gradually become a bit more, I don't know, refined or something. I don't know what the word is. Less ragtag, and I feel like you kind of joined in as it was transitioning out of that into something like a little bit less like people used to mosh at Stello shows, and that's not really a thing anymore.
I started to get to know Kit, and then in 2011 my family and I moved to New Zealand, so I lost contact with the musicians and like growing up in Fairfield, Connecticut, and I came back.
It got really, really good.
It got pretty good, yeah. Oh, are you talking about me? Or
yeah,
you
did.
Oh,
you did.
Yeah.
No, he came back, and I think then you were like 18 or something, and I heard you play, and I was just like, oh my God, what happened to Ollie when he went to New Zealand? And then you were at NYU with me, so then you just kind of joined the band after a little while. It just made sense, and I knew you for so long, and it just worked.
We sort of all joined at different times, I think.
I was I was actually in the original Stello lineup, which was in like 2014, and I started as the bassist, which was my main instrument actually, like what I grew up playing. I had my own things going on for a little while, so I wasn't in Stello, and then in 2017, I think, asked me to rejoin and said we're gonna have Ollie on bass, put you on guitar, and that was sort of the beginning of how the current lineup sort of came together.
There's a new song called Turning Into Video that is going to be on the new record. That is my favorite right now, I think.
Well, my personal favorite is Giver. Like, it's a cool track that I think perfectly integrates a lot of influences that goes into like Kit's songwriting, but at a more accurate representation of those influences. So
Pretty Thing as like for a song that we played pretty much at every show since I wrote that, I think when I was 19. I wrote that 5 years ago. It's just something that's like, it's been there and I still enjoy playing it. And with that song, it still feels like pretty real.
I do like even if I don't a lot, just because I have the good fortune of being able to shred on guitar.
The chorus is so big, and then it gets so small for the guitar solo, and that's every time I have friends or even like family that come to a show, they're always like that part sticks out to them.
what was the place we played in February?
Gramercy?
Yeah, Gramercy Theater. We played Gramercy Theater in February with this, sharing the bill with this other band called Blonde Otter. And that was probably
really cool.
That was a huge opportunity for us to really sell a show that we did. And when I talk about selling a show, I'm not just talking about like selling tickets. I'm also talking about like you have to come see us because we are going to be in a place that you've never seen us before. It's a pretty big room and a lot of like well-known mid-range to high mid-range artists play there.
We sold that place out. Like 600 people were there, I think. I don't know. A lot of people.
We played one gig really recently at Brooklyn Bazaar. Yeah, we all were kind of just like in a bad way coming into the gig. I had like a pretty bad day at work. Kit was super stressed out and like we were just kind of like on edge going on stage. But we just channeled it the right way and just attacked the show, and everything went perfectly, and we came off stage feeling completely differently.
In 5 years, I would like to see Stello be actively touring both around the United States and abroad. I would love for Stello to cultivate like a cult following, like on realms of like fish fans and like deadheads, and just people that would follow us to like every show.
I hope like to have a national tour under our belt,
Like our own.
multiple albums,
Yeah.
and just like to keep like momentum and generating.
I've always wanted to record with a full orchestra. Just tinker with it, mess with it, kind of like play things in a way that are going to be surprising and weird and not like what you're used to doing on your instrument, but being able to expand that to like 15, 20 people as opposed to just us banging away on our guitars, I think would be really, really exciting. And that's just something we don't have the resources for right now, but to be in a position to do that would be great.